John 6 and 44.
It's flashing with it.
Yeah, it should be.
John 6 and 44. When I was talking to some dudes, you know, they had a couple calls this week, man. He wanted to do a call this afternoon, but thank the Lord it didn't happen. Because I ain't really feel like doing it. I would have done it. But it didn't happen. Didn't have to do it. And that was good. Because sometimes I don't be wanting to get involved with stuff not because of the individual who asked, but because some niggas like to argue, who actually listen and they ain't trying to really learn nothing. And it's really frustrating. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, they shall all be taught of God. Every man therefore that have heard and have learned of the Father come unto me. Not that any man have seen the Father, save he which is of God. He hath seen the Father. Truly, truly, I say unto you, he that believe on me hath everlasting life. Look over here in John chapter 5, before I tell you what we about to look at. John chapter 5 and about verse 36. I'll make it 31. Y'all just bear with me. I'm going to tell you what we're going to look at in a minute. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. There is another that bear witness of me, and I know that the witness which he witness of me is true. Ye sent unto John, and he bare witness unto the truth. But I received not the testimony from man. But these things I say, that ye might be saved. He was a burning and shining light, and you were willing for a season to rejoice in his light. But I have greater witness than that of John, for the works which the Father hath given me to finish, the same works that I do bear witness of me, that the Father hath sent me. And the Father himself which hath sent me hath borne witness of me. You have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his face. Now he just told these people in two different locations that nobody ever seen the Most High God, seen the Father, and nobody ever heard his voice. Do you know it's a lot of people that say the Lord lied when he made this statement? Any of y'all know why people would say that? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to show y'all something. First, you need to sit back and let's look at Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creep upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Who is this R? You know, it's a lot of people say this R is angels. But who do we know this create man in our image he's referring to? Who is he speaking to? He's speaking to the Son. Because he said, God said. Y'all know in Hebrew the word God is Elohim. You know what that word means? Absolutely, because the word Elohim is plural. See, I learned that when I was incarcerated, when I was like 21, 22. So when I came across that, when I started dealing with the word, it wasn't no shock. When you see the word El singularly, it just means God, period. Just one. You understand what I'm telling you? When you see Elohim, it's letting you know that it's two. So I'm going to show you what that is. Colossians chapter 1. Or chapter 2, pardon me. Colossians 2, I think about verse 15. It might be a little higher than that. Let me see.
What?
This nigga always talking about his glutes.
Got that car hairline?
That nigga ain't going, he ain't did no squat.
Good. You seen me today?
He ain't do no squat.
You ate?
I'll show you some squatting. Let's see the verses I'm looking right at. Let's put on Colossians 2, probably about verse 14. Matter of fact, I think that's a little too low. Come on up here to about verse 2. Says that their hearts might be comforted, being knit together in love unto all riches of the full assurance of understanding, to the acknowledgement of the mystery of God and of the Father and of the Messiah. Now we just knit back and notice that in John chapter 5, didn't he say he had a greater witness than John? Didn't he just say that? So when you sit back and look at it, he said, I got a greater witness than John. He said, the works that I do bear witness of me. A lot of things that trip people up is this mystery. You see the key thing that he said, that they might have full assurance of understanding to the acknowledgement of the mystery of God and the Father, Yahshua HaMashiach. Hold what you got. 2 Peter chapter 2, about verse 15. Let's say on the spin mission. Second Peter chapter 2, verse 15. Moreover, I will endeavor that you may be able after my decease to have these things always in remembrance. For we have not followed cunningly devised fables when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Yahshua HaMashiach, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty. You already said to be able to come to the full assurance. You know what happens when you get assured of something? You get some comfort. Remember what he told him in John 14? The comforter to bring all things in your remembrance. I'll send you another comforter. That way you even have insurance, you know what you're doing. Why do you think we take the time to actually go through this stuff and look at this stuff so we can be assured of our faith, that our faith might be confirmed? That we're just not doing this stuff for no reason. That we know as long as we believe and stay steadfast, knowing that he that promised is faithful, that we might be able to receive our tabernacle which is in heaven. Y'all hear me? He said, for he received from God the Father honor and glory when there came such a voice to him from the excellent glory, this is my beloved Son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now you see the thing that he said, there came such a voice to him from the excellent glory. Now you'll sit back and look at it. When we read that in Matthew 17 and 5 or John 12, when they say the voice sounded like it thundered, were they hearing him? Were they hearing the Father? Was the Father talking to them when this man just told you in John 5, ain't nobody ever heard his voice before? How could it have been the Son? The Son was on the earth. How could it have been the Son talking? The Son was on the earth. I'm going to show you how in a minute.
Oh, well, thank you.
He said, this voice which came from heaven we heard when we were with him in the Kodesh Mount. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto you do well that ye take heed, as a light unto a light that shine in a dark place until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scriptures of any private interpretation. For prophecy came not in the old time by the will of man, but Kodesh men of God spake as they were moved by the Ruach HaKodesh. I think you should get a general idea of what voice was being heard. It was the Spirit speaking through these people. But now I'm going to show you something. Because he said ain't nobody ever heard God's voice at any time. Right? Let's look at Exodus chapter 20. When he didn't say God, he said no man heard the Father's voice. And no man has seen the Father. That's what he said. That's what he said, right? See, some people sit back and look at that, and we just say that because we know God is the Father. We don't come back to Colossians chapter 2. Well, people sit back and say that, and they think, okay, ain't nobody seen God. But he said ain't nobody saw the Father, right? He said ain't nobody heard his voice. And God spake all these words, saying, I am Yah thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Before we proceed, hold Colossians chapter 2, because we coming by it. Now, it just said God speak all these words, but the Lord needs y'all to know something. You heard what he said, you shouldn't have no other gods before me? Luke chapter 14, 26. Because some of y'all got some gods going on. Some of y'all, how many of y'all think y'all serving another God? He said you should have no other gods before him. That means anything that take your attention away from the Lord. Some of y'all been Sabbath coming. I'm gonna show you. Some of y'all be waiting for the Sabbath to be over so you can go back doing what you were doing. Some of you don't never stop. Verse 25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, and yea, his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you intending to build a tower sit not down first and count the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish? You know, a lot of y'all got your mama, your daddy, your friends, all that type of stuff. Them your gods. Y'all don't even sit back and realize sometimes the Lord put people in your path who you done dealt with in the past. This to test you. See who you love more, them or me. Them or me. Because he just said that's a commandment not to have any other God before you, right? So hold on. Look at Philippians 3 and 19. Because I'm going to show you what some of y'all gods is.
Thank you. Can I have it?
Everybody all right?
Get through here. There you go. We're not.
Philippians 3 and 19.
Get
I'll make it 18. For many walk, of whom I've told you often, and I tell you even weeping, that they are enemies of the cross of the Messiah, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things. Some of y'all lust is your God. I wouldn't care what it was, man. Some of your family, your friends, going out. You know what I'm talking about? Facebook, Instagram. Them your God. That's what you serve. You know what I'm talking about? Don't you know you sit back and look at it? So you know what some people God be? Attention.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's your God. Because you do things to be able to get that glory from these people, because that's where your gratification comes from. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to hell for it. You know what I'm saying? Some people God is money. You know what I'm talking about? Some people God is status. You know what I'm saying? Not because, you know, status and money are not mutually exclusive. You know what I'm saying? You got some people who have status but don't have no money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Because status is even different from attention, because that's just, you got a place somewhere. Some people God is their degrees. They can hold that over their head. Some people God is their pride. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like I'm better than you. I'm smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you serve. Some of y'all need to look at that. You putting things before the Lord. Some people jobs is their God. Some people their education is their God. Anything you put too much attention into over God, and that's what you serve. You know what I'm saying? What got your full-fledged attention? What's got your mind locked in? You know what I'm saying? You could sit back and tell when the Sabbath come in, what you thinking about? And as soon as some of y'all be like, boy, I can't wait for the Sabbath to come in. Some of y'all, Amos chapter 8, some of y'all is like this here, I can't wait for it to end. Because you can't wait for it to end because you're ready to go do your thing. Which in all intents and purposes, you defiled the Sabbath anyway because your heart wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we look at Isaiah chapter 8 along with that. Amos 8 and 1. I got some stuff to look at tonight. Y'all bear with me. Just like this here, I love to lift weights. I don't be sitting around on the Sabbath thinking about lifting no weights. And anybody who know me know I love to lift weights. But you tell me, I don't even be thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? You talking about like sports. It been too many times niggas be like, yeah man, oh shoot, I forgot them niggas were playing today. You know what I'm saying? Sabbath because I ain't think about it. And I ain't like, well, I'll be glad when the Sabbath over so I can watch that game.
Straight up.
I don't even be thinking about it. I'd have to see something and let me know that game was being played.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Florida State had a couple games being played on Saturday nights, man, that I had completely forgot, completely about, till hour and a half, 2 hours into the game, and then be like, oh yeah, boy, you know them boys playing.
No, halftime.
Sure is. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga ain't thinking about it, it ain't on my mind. My mind is on the word. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking about none of that. And I don't want to hear that junk. Well, your mind got to be on that because you be preaching. You bastard, you ought to go to hell because your mind, it ain't matter if I'm preaching or not.
Yeah.
And when I say bastard, I mean you got to be illegitimate. Because that be some of y'all excuse. Well, he preached, so he got to think like that. So if I didn't preach, that mean you think my mind would wander on this stuff like that? Like for real. See, what y'all don't know, before I started preaching on a regular basis in the manner we doing now, my mind was like that then.
Oh, my butt cheeks.
Amos 8 and 1. Thus have Yah showed unto me, and behold, a basket of summer fruit. And he said, Amos, what see thou? And I said, a basket of summer fruit. Then said Yah unto me, the end is come upon my people Israel. I will not pass by them anymore. You know what that man telling you? A lot of y'all been doing a whole bunch of stuff you ain't got no business for an extended period of time. And this man is letting you know he's not passing by you anymore. He's coming to see you. You know what I'm saying? And the songs of the temple shall be howlings in that day, saith Yah. There shall be many dead bodies in every place, and they shall cast them forth with silence. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn? And the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, falsifying the balances by deceit. So you see where that end up coming at? You deceiving people into thinking you so righteous and you so this, but you like this here, I can't wait till it's over. And I ain't talking about if like this here, right? Because let's just say you work at night, Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you can't work Saturday night. Have I ever told any of y'all that? If it's lawful for you to work, I will pretty wager don't none of y'all want to go to work after the Sabbath end anyway. You know what I'm talking about? But if it's like that, hey, you know, I ain't mad at you. I know, hey, you got to go to the house, get to work. Last thing I could probably think any of y'all think about on the Sabbath, boy, I sure can't wait to get Sabbath be over so I can go work for Mr. Charlie. I know if y'all don't know what that means. I know y'all ain't, some of y'all ain't from the South, but that's just basically working for your slave master. That's what the old working for Mr. Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Charlie say go set out his corn because Mr. Charlie say we need to get it done. That's how them niggas you talk. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you niggas don't be ready to go get up and go to work for Mr. Charlie during the week. So I know you ain't ready to go work for him when the Sabbath over with. Last thing you want to go see is Mr. Charlie or his plantation. You say, I hope somebody come on out here and blow it up. But some of y'all, that's how y'all be though. You know, like Paul told you in Titus, you profess that you know God, but in works you deny him, being abominable and disobedient. You got to remember, we looked at that about having that proper weight and that proper balance. Y'all said, look at Isaiah chapter 1. See, any of this stuff you do, it don't mean nothing if you do it and your heart ain't right. You keeping the Sabbath mean absolutely nothing and your heart ain't right. You know what I'm talking about? Because some of you niggas are some of the most shiesty individuals a nigga would ever come across. And you know it. Isaiah 1 and 12. Make it 11. Make it 10. I'm telling you, see, it's one way to act like one way. I'm talking about, come on, man. It's like, come on, man. Got to do better than that. Hear the word of Yah, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our God, ye people of Gomorrah. That man just called y'all Sodom and Gomorrah. Because Isaiah had already said in the verse before that, unless Yah had left us a small remnant, we would have been like them. Y'all know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, right? They were exterminated with fire and brimstone. You know what I'm saying? And don't think that chasing after booty was the only thing going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? He like this. He said, "This is my first one out the womb." He said, "I've been hearing it in the womb." He said, "This is my first one out."
And the Sabbath,
you know what I'm saying? Let's listen to him now. He said, "To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? Saith Yah, I'm full of burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts. I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats. When you come to appear before me, who have required this at your hand to tread my course?" Listen what he say. "Bring no more vain oblation. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and the Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hate. They are trouble unto me. I'm weary to bear them." He said, what's the purpose of you keeping this stuff and you wicked? Your heart ain't right. He ain't moved by it. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, well, I've been keeping the Sabbath, Lord. But he's sitting back looking at you, but your hands full with blood. You commit sin on a regular basis. The stuff you're doing in vain is worthless because you're not doing this with a perfect heart. Your heart is not steadfast because you got too many other stuff. Your God is your belly. You got too many things in your mind and your heart you seeking after. He is not what you seeking after. You just make it seem like that on the surface and you're trying to fool people, but you're not fooling God. Go back to Colossians chapter 2. I just like to say, we had to call him and he had to tell you something. Now, he say God spoke all these words. Then you sat back and you heard the man say that ain't nobody ever heard the Father speak. We'll also look in Genesis chapter 17, go along with it. Y'all just bear with it. I'm just telling my Lord, they wanted y'all to know that. Stop worshiping other gods. Because you think because you ain't wearing no Nikes, or you ain't no Christian, or you ain't no Muslim, you ain't worship other gods, he here to tell you lying because you worshiping them and you know them. And some of y'all cycling in your mind like, golly, Lord, why you do me like that? Why you do yourself like that? Verse 3 of Colossians chapter 2. In whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words. You know, that's how a lot of y'all get got. Now, we know who got beguiled with enticing words. Eve got beguiled. And you know how she got beguiled with them enticing words? The same way y'all get beguiled with enticing words. Because it looked nice to the eye. It looked like it's something I want. It ain't going to hurt me. Oh, that's my mama. She wouldn't lie to me. That's my daddy. They wouldn't deceive me. I've known them for years. They sinners, man. They sinners. That's how y'all get got. Because y'all can't separate. That's why he said, you got to hate your father, your mother, your sister, your brother. All that type of stuff. Y'all let too many people come in the way. Whoop. It's family time. Man, look at man. My family could be doing all type of stuff on the Sabbath. I ain't going to be there. And if it's too close to after the Sabbath over with, I still ain't going. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care who get mad. I don't care who called my phone asking me why I ain't come. Nigga, you know why I ain't came. I only know why you asked. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem saying, you know what? Man, all the family around there doing their here. What I care for? All the family going to be in hell. I got to be in God's kingdom. I don't care what they doing. See, y'all don't have that mind. And it ain't just about with your people. Y'all don't have that mind of, I don't care what they doing. I got to be in God's kingdom. I can't go to hell. You know what I'm saying? When I was talking to them young brothers Sunday at that event, that's what I sit back letting them know. That's why I say thank the Lord. Both of them young brothers say, hey, man, you brought us some stuff, man. I didn't even realize it was that serious. And I said, you know what? Them lots, I cut them. That weed, I'm put it down. That liquor, that beer, I don't sip it. You know what I'm saying? I got to cut this off, cut that off. I'm going to cut it off. I can't lift my eyes up in hell. See, a lot of y'all, it ain't that serious to y'all. You sit back and look at it, y'all, we're talking about going to hell and making like this here. I'm going to try to put it in your mind. This ain't somewhere you would even want to have a desire to even risk yourself of being an inhabitant of. As the mother been tripping on, you don't want a lake where the worm die not and the fire shall not be quenched, your natural habitat. But the way some of you niggas live, you live like it's your natural habitat. You think like it's your natural habitat. You think the Lord gonna spare you because you gave a valiant try. You think he gonna give you an A for effort and let you in. You think because you know you Israel, that's gonna slide. You think because, well, I don't do this no more, so I'm good. That man said if you break one law, you broke them all. This ain't no, well, you pass. It's 613 questions on the test. And if you get a minimum of 450, you going to pass. You got to hit them all. You got to get 100% on here. Ain't no curve. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to have that type of mind. I can't miss the mark. If you miss the mark, you done. The worst part is y'all hear that, it don't even bother you. Or you hear something at that particular day and it bothers you, and then you slide right back doing what you were doing. Some of y'all mind something be telling y'all not to do stuff, but y'all got enough, y'all override it, don't even listen to it. Because at the end of the day, you only care. That's why you say your God is your belly. See, you your own God. You think I'm going to get glory and honor from what I want. See, I'm going to show you. Hold on. I'm going to show you where that come from. Matthew 23. Because a young brother Jill was telling me about that with some dudes, man. Why you think a lot of dudes want to preach? Matthew 23 by verse 4. Why you think dudes, we'll make it verse 1. Why you think a lot of dudes want to preach? They want that glory and that honor. They don't actually care about nobody. You think I'm going to get glory and honor from telling people, man, the way you going to cost you your life? You think people want to hear that? You know what I'm saying? We preaching the Messiah all the time. These Hebrew niggas don't want to hear that. This nigga always preach. Because they think you telling this stuff like you trying to make yourself seem smarter than them. He say, then spake Yahshua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. See, that's how some of y'all do. See, the difference is, right, he talking about those that sit in Moses' seat. But see, a lot of y'all tell people, see, I'm a Jew. See, I do this. You tell them that, but you don't do what you say you do. That's why I be telling y'all, don't be running up telling people you perfect or we can be perfect and you ain't perfect yourself. You can be without sin and you ain't sinning yourself, because they looking at that, and when they see you, you know what they see. You say, but you don't do. Because you better believe when you tell people that, they going to test you. You know what I'm talking about? Some of y'all done been live and in person when I done made mention to people and they asked me, do you sin? I'm like, no. And then what they do? They try to throw stuff at you to get try to see if they can get up under your skin. See if they can get you to do something. See if they can get you to say something. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to sit back and look at it. Some of your people, that's the only reason why they come around. Some of them ain't want to come around. I didn't want to see the nigga, see if I can throw something out there, see if I can get them riled up. But that's what niggas do. When you sit back and look at the Lord, what do the scribes and Pharisees always do? Try to say something to him, see if we can catch him in his talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? See if we can catch him. That's what niggas do. Because he said, which one of you convinced me of a sin? And if not, why you don't believe me and I tell you the truth? So what they trying to do is, they trying to see if I can see you just like me, you ain't no better than me. That's what niggas do. And some of you niggas stupid enough to fall for it, they turn around and say it. You know what I'm saying? Stupid enough to fall for it. That's why I tell y'all, some of y'all, it's good you wasn't in the street. Because your brains would have been left on the concrete long time ago. Because you wouldn't even peep the lick and seen the game coming. You know what I'm saying? Because you walk around here wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and niggas see that and they attack. That's why I be telling you all the time, too, like this here. Like, niggas say stuff without saying stuff. See, like when 50 said on that song, he said, what is you dumb nigga? I got to spell it out for you. You can't read in between the lines. Because I know some of y'all might get upset. I didn't say that. You add to my word. I ain't adding to your words. I heard what you said, what you didn't say. Because you said it loud and clear, and I heard it. You know what I'm saying? I can read in between the lines. Niggas say a lot of stuff out their mouth. Y'all thinking if I ain't say it directly, that ain't what I meant. But you said it though. And you know you said it. And the reason why y'all don't think on that level, because you lame. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good to be lame. It's good to be lame to the street. But it ain't good to be lame though. Because the Lord told you be wise as a serpent. That means you supposed to think like these people think, but don't do what they do. Like I give you this example, I was telling the brother about this other day. Like, boom, I used God to catch T to get her to the word. She thought I was finna talk to her about working out. I had no intention. The conversation had nothing to do with working out. All I was gonna look for was an opportunity for the Lord to give an opportunity to drop that word. If he wouldn't have gave it, I wouldn't have said a word. When he gave opportunity, I done caught a lot of people like that. They think I'm finna talk to them about this here. That's not even my objective. A lot of time when y'all done seen me comment to something or say something to somebody, my objective is not to have random conversation. I'm waiting for the opportunity to whoop. All I did to hit them with something. To hit them with something. And maybe what I hit them with will pique their interest. And maybe they'll ask a question. Or maybe they say, bro, holla at me. Especially with people who I know personally. You know what I'm saying? But you can't think like that. That's why I was telling y'all with that old sissy booty nigga out there, already people come looking, I know how you think. I know how you think. I ain't got to do what you do to know how you think. You got to be able to peep game. Niggas run game every day. Matter of fact, because it was crazy too, because it was on the same line on one of the episodes on First 48, nigga down there in Miami, he done killed the dude because the dude was trying to have sex with him. He told me, I ain't gay at all, but you on the chat line with a man and you went to go meet the man and you riding with him. What you thought this nigga wanted to ride with you for? What you thought? What is you going talking to a nigga on the chat line for and you tell him come pick you up? What you thought he was going, y'all was just going to ride around singing songs? Stop the sign and get you a slushy. You know what I'm saying? No, that nigga want your booty. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to start thinking better than what y'all think, and you need to start doing what you say. Because a lot of y'all know y'all be talking a lot of trash, man. Some of y'all, I'll be honest with you, some of y'all done turned some people away from the word where they would never want to hear it because of you. And not because of what you said, because of your behavior. That's what some of y'all don't look at. Y'all think it be what y'all say. It be your behavior. It be your approach. It be how you do it. People sit back and look at it and they say, man, I don't want nothing to do with this nigga. Y'all realize you can turn people away. Some of y'all thought a lot of people ain't want to hear what you were talking about because of the word, and it was your approach. I used to tell T all the time, she told me, I got to have mouth. And I used to look in her face and tell her, what if the Lord don't want mouth? What you going to do? Would you quit serving God if the Lord didn't want mouth? Because you can't, see, a lot of y'all think that you can make God want somebody who you want him to have. But you don't be realizing God already know these people hard. He already know these niggas sour. He already know this nigga don't want to do this. And just like I was telling Brian about this the other day, y'all don't want them to be saved because you want them to be saved. You want them for selfish reasons. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all be bombarded and then people fake talking to them about it. Because it ain't really about their soul. It's really about you. Because if you care about them, you tell them one, leave them alone and show them with your attitude and your behavior and your walk. You wouldn't be in their ear with it. You'll let them alone. I can tell you all the time, leave alone then. When you left alone, that's when she finally came. Because you know what say what held her up? Because you were in there and KJ and Ron face, and she was looking at their behavior, and she said them niggas was the same, and she was looking at you and say you was the same. It wasn't what the words were being spoke, she was looking at y'all. She said, why would I want to mess with that when I see the same three niggas I know my entire life? This ain't working out for y'all too well, and y'all in my face trying to get me to do it, and y'all still the same. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. She done told me that several times. It wasn't what y'all were talking about. She was looking at y'all. She said, I saw no change. I ain't want nothing to do with this. That's what y'all don't be really looking at. People are not listening to what you're talking about. They looking at you. And some of y'all have turned people away from the word because you was in their face talking about it, but you wasn't exemplifying it, and they didn't want nothing to do with it. Because they say, this nigga's a hypocrite. Why would I want to serve a God they don't even serve? Why would I fear God they don't even fear? And all you sit back, man, my people be tripping, man. They need to get their truth. People like, nigga, we going to hell together. Nigga, stop fronting. Just come on back over here been doing what you always been doing. Nigga, you're doing it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it anyway. You just tell us you can't do stuff on the Sabbath, but you, nigga, please. Nigga, please. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now. You don't get caught up there. He say, for they say and do not. He said, they say and do not. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll show you an example of that. Nehemiah. Chapter 5. Or the rulers putting heavy burdens on the people. They ain't going to move with one finger and they say and do not. Say they ain't going to move them with one of their fingers. Nehemiah 5. Look at verse 1. There was a great cry of the people of their wives against their brethren the Jews. For there were there that said, we our sons and our daughters are many, therefore we take up corn for them that we may eat and live. Some also there were that said, we have mortgaged our lands, vineyards, and houses that we might buy corn because of the dirt. There were also that said, we have borrowed money for the king's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards. Yet now our flesh is as the flesh of our brethren, our children as their children. And lo, we bring into bondage our sons and our daughters to be servants. And some of our daughters are brought under bondage already. Neither is it in our power to redeem them. For other men have our lands and vineyards. And I was very angry when I heard their cry in these words. Then when I consulted with myself, I rebuked the nobles and the rulers, and said unto them, you exact usury, every one of his brother. And I set a great assembly against them. And I said unto them, we after our ability have redeemed our brethren the Jews, which were sold unto the heathen. Will you even sell your brethren? Or shall they be sold unto us? And they held their peace and found nothing to answer. I said, it is not good that ye do. Ought you not to walk in the fear of God because of the reproach of the heathen, our enemies? You see what it is? You see how these people, the rulers, you see Nehemiah's upset what they're doing. You know the Lord was upset what they were doing. You remember when he came in the temple with the flipping stuff over? You know what I'm talking about? What did he say? Don't make my father's house a house of merchandise. You turn my father's house into a den of thieves. These people were robbing and stealing from the people, putting heavy burdens on the people which they themselves wasn't going to remove. And they were saying and not doing. They were saying and not doing. That's what y'all got to sit back and look at. But then look at the key thing of what he just said to them, though. Should you not walk in the fear of God because of the reproach of your enemy, the heathen? Y'all don't sit back and look at that. Romans chapter 2, about verse 17. See, that's what y'all niggas don't be realizing. You won't walk in the fear of God knowing these people hate our God. They be waiting to run their mouth. And I ain't just talking about the heathen. I'm talking about some of your own family. Some of your own friends. And you wonder why they don't come to the word, because they don't take it seriously, because you don't take it seriously. But y'all don't hear me though. Y'all keep on hypocriting. Do what you want to do. Romans 2 and 17. Behold, thou art called a Jew, and retesting the law, and make thy boast of God, and know his will, and approve the things that are most excellent, being instructed out of the law. Art thou confident that thou thyself art a guide of the blind, a light to them which are in darkness, an instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, which has the form of knowledge, and of the truth in the law? Thou therefore which teach another, teach not thyself. Thou that preach a man should not steal, dost thou steal? Thou that say a man should not commit adultery, dost thou commit adultery? Thou that abhor idols, dost thou commit sacrilege? Now we know he's talking about teaching, but sit back and look at that. Y'all always telling people what you don't do, but nigga, is you doing stuff too? Because if you in, you shut your mouth. Let's see what Paul said though. Thou that make thy boast of the law, through breaking the law, dishonor thou God. For the name of God is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as it is written. So why you want Romans chapter 2, that was about verse 23. Y'all don't see something right there what he just told you. You're not sitting back looking at, why ain't you walking in the reverence, the respect, the fear, the love of God, so people wouldn't be able to blaspheme your God? Y'all don't think about that type of stuff, do it. Because you know why you don't think about it? Because you your own God. You don't care. You don't care. You don't care. That's why y'all can scheme and plot and plan and do all the wicked devices. Some of y'all niggas swift to running the mischief. Some of y'all devise wicked imaginations like it's nothing. Some of you niggas tell lies, spit lies out like grapeseed. Some of y'all carnal as the day is long. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got more excuses than a nigga in jail. You know what I'm saying? To do whatever it is you want to do, but then stand up and say, I'm a Jew. I love God. Because you saying you don't do.
Come on, Lizzie.
You saying you don't do. Because those same men that had done redeemed their brethren after they said they were going to let them go, they turned right back around and took them again. Took them right back into bondage. Did it again. Said one thing, did another. How many of y'all going to be sit back and say, I'm guilty of saying one thing and doing another? Everybody should be. It shouldn't be nobody on their phone or nobody in their room that sit back and say, I ain't never said one thing and did another. Any of y'all can say that? I know I have. How many of y'all? Don't sit there. A nigga be sitting there quiet, act like you ain't never did it. Don't sit there and lie to yourself. Some of y'all, that's y'all bigger problem. Y'all sit and lie to yourself. Y'all don't even keep it real with yourself. Back to Matthew 23, we still holding Colossians 2. We still gonna get to that ain't nobody ever heard the Father speak. Don't think I forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? You know that's real dangerous when you lie to yourself, right? You can't keep it real with yourself. That's why a lot of y'all get frustrated when you don't hit your goals because you don't set realistic ones. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got delusions of grandeur. You know what I'm saying? Better get your mind right. That's all I tell you. We in verse 3, now we in verse 4. For they bind heavy burdens grievous to be borne and lay them among men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. Ain't that what we just read in Nehemiah? But all their works they do for to be seen of men, that they make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments, And they love the uppermost rooms at feasts and the chief seats in the synagogue, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. That's what some of y'all problem is. Y'all want to be seen. You want somebody to say, that brother sure is righteous. That sister so is virtuous. You want to be seen that way. You actually don't live that way. You know, there's a difference, right? It's a major difference. It is something for y'all to think about. Colossians chapter 2. Just something maybe help somebody out. Maybe help somebody out. Because y'all need to know, everything we finna look at right now, Lord willing, I ain't even having it in my mind to deal with this. It's just because stuff people been calling me with today. Where we start at? About verse 5, verse 4. We in verse 5. For though I be absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in the spirit, joying and beholding your order, and the steadfastness of your faith in the Messiah. As you have received, therefore receive the Messiah, Yahshua the Lord, so walk ye in him. So sit back and look at that. So if you have received the Messiah, I mean you don't receive the word, why you ain't walking in it? So if you ain't walking in it, you know what that tells me? You ain't received it. He said, he that have an ear, let him hear. Say, he that's able to receive, that can receive it, let him receive it. So if you saying you came and I received the Messiah, you know, that's that stuff y'all used to say in the Christian church, and I received this message. I received that. And you went off and was the same no good nigga you were before you heard it. I just seen a nigga post something talking about that stuff T you talk about all the time, about that altar call. Well, I ain't never get the spirit and all that type of stuff. I knew Christianity was fake in a religion. And these are not people who deal with the word. These are people I went to school with who I know. You know what I'm saying? A woman put this up who I went to school with, and another woman who I grew up with, who stayed in my apartment, was on there. Religion was made to control man and all this stuff. And I'm like, this here, Satan got them. Because you think what you niggas been doing all your life in Sunday church, falling out on the altar, slobbing out the mouth, flopping around like a dead fish. You know what I'm saying? This what turned people away from stuff. But then we're going to bring it back to y'all. Y'all saying you a Jew. I'm Kodesh. I do this. I do that. But then your lifestyle don't match it. And people look at that. Oh, you ain't no different than them Christians, man. What I want to do with that? You ain't no different than them Christians, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't look at stuff like that because you ain't thinking about it. Long as you get what you want. See, you just selfish bastards. You know what I'm talking about? You think about yourself first and what you can get out of every situation and circumstance you find yourself in is how can you come out on top. You know what I'm saying? Something go wrong if you first. You don't think about nobody else. The only time you think about somebody else when it's convenient for you. And even then you ain't thinking about them. You think about yourself because you worry about how they going to see you after I do this. That's what a lot of y'all grew up in the Sunday church doing, ain't it? That's why you keep doing it. Some of y'all ain't never been in no church where you like that. Rooted and built up in him, established in the faith that you've been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after the Messiah. For in him dwell all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Now we look at all this stuff just to get back to what we came here for, which is Godhead. Which would be, you know what? That would be Elohim. Because Godhead is plural, right? And Elohim is plural. And Elohim means two. Ain't no Elohims meaning this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got El meaning one, Elohim meaning two. Y'all hear me? El means one, Elohim means two. So he said Godhead. So when you sat back and looked, let us make man in our image, that was the Father and the Son. It wasn't nobody else. So when you looking at God spake all these words, then guess who gave the word? The Father gave the word. He gave it to the Son. Son gave it to the people. But I'm going to show you who gave that word to the people. Acts chapter 7. And I'm going to show you another instance where Hebrews taken, and we're going to be done with this here. Because ain't nobody ever seen y'all. I'm going to show you a couple places where people think they seen y'all, they ain't seen them. I'm going to show you who they were looking at. Acts chapter 7, verse 30. Make it 29. Then fled Moses at this saying, and was a stranger in the land of Midian, where he begat 2 sons. And when 40 years were expired, there appeared unto him the wilderness of Mount Sinai an angel of Yah in the flame of fire in a bush. And when Moses saw it, he wondered at the sight, and he drew near to behold it. The voice of the Lord came unto him, saying, I am the God of thy fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Then Moses trembled and durst not behold. So who was speaking to Moses with that bush? Who was talking to him? Angel was talking to him. The Spirit was speaking. That's the voice that he heard was the Ruach HaKodesh, but who spoke it was who? It was the angel. It was the angel. He didn't hear Yah's voice. He didn't hear the Father's voice. He didn't see the Father. Because the average person, how many of y'all thought when you seen that, when you read about that burning bush, that was God in the bush? You know what I'm saying? But you see that water, that was an angel in there. You got to remember, the whole time that the Son was in heaven, he was at the right hand of the Father. He left the right hand of the Father to come down here when he became a man. Well, now we just read in Exodus chapter 20 and said God spake all these words, right? So who was speaking it to him? Who was dropping that word on him? Did Yahshua drop it or did the angel drop it? Let's look and see in the 53rd verse of this same chapter. Make it 52. Matter of fact, make it 50. Make it 51, that's better. He said, you stiff-necked, uncircumcised, and hard in ears, ye do always resist the Ruach HaKodesh as your fathers did, so do ye. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them which showed before of the coming of the just one, of whom you have been now betrayers, the betrayers and murderers, who have received the law by the dispensation of angels and have not kept it. So who gave it to them? Angel gave it to him. I'll show you another place. Isaiah chapter 63. You know in Exodus 23, he say, hearken unto the angel, he'll lead you in the place that I have prepared for thee. Just the words that they were speaking was from God. You know what I'm talking about? But that wasn't God they were hearing, and that wasn't God they were seeing. Isaiah 63. What's the verse that I want? Make sure I find the verse that I want. Right here about verse 9. Make it 8. 7 better. I will mention the loving kindness of Yah and the praises of Yah according to all that Yah have bestowed on us, and the great goodness towards the house of Israel which he have bestowed on them according to his mercies and according to the multitude of his loving kindness. For he said, surely they are my people, children that will not lie, so he was their Savior. In all their affliction he was afflicted, and the angel of his presence saved them. In his love and in his pity he redeemed them, and he bare them and carried them all the days of old. Lord, we'll come back to this another day, show you how to the Lord. How it relate to the Lord, I should say. But they rebelled and vexed his Ruach HaKodesh. Therefore he was turned to be their enemy, and he fought against them. Do you know that there's dudes that teach this right here that say Gabriel is the Ruach HaKodesh? Any of y'all ever heard that before? That Gabriel is the comforter? Y'all ain't never heard that before? Yeah, it's a congregation that teach that. Yeah, I know who teach. I did one gonna call it name, but he done called it now. IOG teach that. You know what I'm saying? They teach that. They say, see the angel of his presence, but Exodus chapter 23. The Ruach HaKodesh is not Gabriel. They rationale for it is that angels are spirits. They're set apart spirits. And he gives the word to the angel, and the angel gives a word to man. So therefore he would be the comforter. But then they will acknowledge that Gabriel is not he who dwells in you. And Gabriel is not the Ruach HaKodesh. But you don't remember, what y'all should know is, Exodus 23 and 20, what y'all should know is that Peter told you in 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 4, that the Ruach HaKodesh is the divine nature of God. That's what the Spirit is. It's his nature. That's what you seeking to receive is God's nature. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna tell me that's an angel? I don't believe that. But you see, if you don't know no better than rationale, that would make sense to you. You know what I'm talking about? Well, they are set apart angels. And he did say he made his spirits ministering flames of fire. So, you know what I'm saying? You look at it, you don't know no better, you'll go for that. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee in the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. This is how you know this ain't the Messiah, because it said this angel couldn't forgive your sins. Did y'all catch that? He said he will not pardon your transgression, which means he wasn't God then, because God can forgive sin. You know what I'm saying? Angel can't forgive sin. He don't have that rule and authority. He don't have that power. You know what I'm talking about? But you see, he said, I'll send an angel before thee. So the whole time when they got the law, we just read in Acts, they got the law, they got it from an angel. You know what I'm talking about? When Moses seen that burning bush, when he seen that, that was an angel. I'm going to show you how sometimes, I'm going to read you Exodus 33. We're going to read this here because the brother say, about verse 8. A brother came to me like this here, and he said, well, a non-Messianic will say this, how I come back to him. So I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to see if this is a contradiction, or we're going to see if niggas just dumb. And I'm not talking about the brother who asked me this. Because the brother who asked me this was asking an honest question. I don't know. I'm talking about niggas who say otherwise. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's real. The brother called me. You seen it. He said, well, you cocking in already? You just got up. Literally had just got up too. Laying next to Leah. He said Leah was stinking the day was long. I ain't smelled it. I don't doubt it though, because that poop she left on her pot the other day, if it was anything like that, that was a big old ball of poop.
It was just like that.
And then she had to took off her pamper and used the toilet and just left the poop right on her pot. That was in her diaper. No, I mean hey man, Leah know how to use the toilet. She said, I gotta use the toilet. I slide the diaper off. I don't know what she did with the diaper, but the poop was left. I still don't know what happened to that diaper. She had to put it in the garbage can. Leah, leave your nipple on. And it came to pass when Moses went out into the tabernacle that all the people rose up and stood every man at his tent door and looked after Moses until he was gone into the tabernacle. And it came to pass as Moses entered into the tabernacle, the cloudy pillar descended and stood at the door of the tabernacle, and Yah talked with Moses. So now they're going to say, Yah talked with Moses. And Yah spake unto Moses face to face as a man speak unto his friend, and he turned again unto the camp, but his servant Joshua the son of Nun, the young man, departed not out of the tabernacle. So if we sit back and look at that, does that mean Moses heard the Father's voice? Does that mean the Messiah lied? Or does that mean an angel descended down and he spoke to him? Like the brother was like, so that was Yahshua who spoke with him. We're not going to deal with who, if it was the Messiah or not. We're dealing with, was it the Father or not? Because this man just said ain't nobody ever heard his voice or seen his shape at any time. He just said he talked with this man face to face. But hold on, let's look at the next verse. We're going to see if this was God spoke to him face to face. And I'm going to show you how this angel now. What it is, about verse 20. He says, and Yah said, verse 20, and he said, thou cannot see my face, for there shall no man see me and live. Yah said, behold, there is a place by me, thou shalt stand upon a rock. And it shall come to pass while my glory pass by, that I will put thee in the cleft of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. Now he just told the man, can't nobody see me face to face and live, but the verse before that say he spoke with him face to face. So somebody lying, or somebody don't know what they're talking about. Now what y'all think this could mean? So who was Moses speaking to face then? Come here, Lizzie. Come here, Lizzie. Take it to your mom. Take it to Big Mother. Judges 13:1. This is looking like something about to happen. I don't think I like it. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of Yah, and Yah delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. And there was a certain man named Zorah of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah. And his wife was barren and bare not. The angel of Yah appeared unto the woman and said unto her, behold, now thou art barren and bearest not, but thou shalt conceive and bear a son. Now therefore beware, I pray thee, and drink not wine nor strong drink, and eat not any unclean thing. For lo, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and no razor shall come on his head. For the child shall be a Nazarite unto God from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, a man of God came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of God, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he was, neither told me me his name. So she didn't say he was an angel. She said, I seen a man of God. She said his face was like an angel. Though this was an angel she was speaking to. But he said unto me, behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son. Now drink no wine, nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from the womb to the day of his death. Then Manoah entreated Yah and said, O my Lord, let the man of God which thou didst send come again unto us, and teach us what we shall do unto the child that shall be born. And God hearkened unto the voice of Manoah. And the angel of God came again unto the woman as she sat in the field, but Manoah's husband was not with her. And the woman made haste and ran and showed her husband and said unto him, behold, the man have appeared unto me that came unto me the other day. And Manoah arose and went after his wife and came to the man and said unto him, art thou the man that speak unto the woman? And he said, I am. And Manoah said, now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, or how shall we do unto him? And the angel of Yah said unto Manoah, of all that I said unto the woman, let her beware. Let's go ahead and drop down about verse 16. We need to read what he tells him. Well, he about to make something to eat, for he tell him not to drink, you know what I'm saying, tell him the Nazarite things of that nature. And the angel of Yah said unto Manoah, though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread. And if thou wilt offer burnt offering, thou must offer it unto Yah. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of Yah. So her husband don't know this an angel. Manoah said unto the angel, what is thy name, that when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor? The angel of Yah said unto him, why ask thou thus after my name, seeing it is a secret? So Manoah took a kid with a meat offering, offered it upon a rock unto Yah. The angel did wondrously, and Manoah and his wife looked on. For it came to pass, when the flame went up towards heaven from off the altar, the angel of Yah ascended in the flame of the altar. Manoah and his wife looked on it and fell on their faces to the ground. But the angel of Yah did no more appear to Manoah and to his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was an angel of Yah. And Manoah said unto his wife, we shall surely die, because we have seen God. Now, why would he make this statement that they would die because they seen God? Why would his husband say that? Why do you think?
It's written in the law, man. See my face.
He read it in the law. He knew that. But what did he see, though? He seen an angel, but he thought he saw God, though. Because he just said, we going to die. We seen God. So he assumed by seeing an angel was the same as seeing God. So even though he heard Yah speak all these things through this angel, same way the people heard his voice on the mountain and all this here, even in Exodus 24, when they say Moses and the elders sat up and ate with God, they weren't eating with God, they were eating with angels. You know what I'm talking about? Because the man said, you ain't not seen the Father's shape, you ain't heard his voice at any time. So when we sit back and look at it, did they see his shape? Did they hear his voice? So the man didn't lie then. He said the only person seeing the Father and heard his voice is he who came from the Father, right? Well, let's see how he came from the Father to be able to make that so. I think I want Isaiah chapter 45. Because the brother called me about this too. Isaiah 45 and 11. We'll start there. We're going to frame this up. How many of y'all been told the Lord made everything? How many of y'all done heard that before? I know I done told y'all that before. I know I done showed it to you a couple ways, right? We're going to look at it another way. We're going to look at it another way. Isaiah 45 and 11. Thus saith Yah the Kodesh, one of Israel, and his maker. You heard what he said? Did y'all catch what he just said? What did he just say? He said, and his maker. Ask of me of things to come concerning my sons and concerning the work of my hands, command ye me. I have made the earth and created man upon it. Even my hands have stretched out the heavens, and all their host have I commanded. Now listen to what the man just said. He said, and his maker. Thus saith Yah, the Kodesh one of Israel, and his maker. So when you sit back and look at it, you know what you're actually seeing? Godhead, the Father, and the Son. Thus saith Yah, and thus saith him that made who's the maker. And then he say, this is the commandment. Ask me the things concerning my sons and the work of my hands. Command ye me. So he say, ask me about what I make then. Then he say, I stretched forth the heavens. I made the earth. I created man. Even my hands did it. Genesis 1:1. I mean, not Genesis 1:1 part of it. I meant to say John 1:1. We get to Genesis 1:1. You know we got to come to it. That's what I meant, because John 1:1 telling you what Genesis 1:1 say, don't it? Ain't that what it say? Remember now, all rule and dominion. You got to remember, what was Adam called? The son of God, right? He was called the son of God. Now we're going to sit back and show you, because Adam had dominion over all the beasts and the cattle, right? We show you the son made all that too. Don't let these people make no fool out you, man. Where you think John was getting it from? You think Isaiah, I'm going to show you, Isaiah 45 ain't the only place. You know, Proverbs 8, we know. We'll look at that too. These ain't the only places that say this man made everything. In the beginning was the Word was God, and the Word was with God. I mean, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. So he say, without him was nothing made that was made. Nothing. He just say, I stretched out the heavens and the earth, and man, I made all of that. I made all of that. I made all of that. Look at John 8:58. Where you going to sit back and tell him? I know some of y'all ain't never heard it before. I'm going to see who catch it. You over here chilling, huh? Holding that boy? Did he poop?
I feel like he is.
Did he pee on you?
No.
John 8:58. She said he done peed on her 3 times.
Yeah, I haven't changed the diaper.
Well, good for you. I ain't never changed no little boy before. She said when that air hit that little thing, that thing just go to busting guns. Wow, urine everywhere. I ain't never had to change no little boy. I'll wait till he get about 10 months. I change him then. He might not be spraying like that then.
Cool. You might be training him.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I ain't trying to deal with it. Make it 55. 54 better.
I might wait till 11 months.
Yeah, I ain't never had to change no little boy like that. Man, a couple times I done changed one. I said, boy, I sure hope this nigga don't pee on me, because I'm going to drop him in the toilet. Say, I hope he swim. You don't talk about try to flush him. Nigga done urinated on me. Yahshua answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honored me, of whom you say that he is your God. Don't you think the Father would have honored? The Father was honoring him then when he say, thus saith Yah, the Kodesh one of Israel, and his maker. You know what I'm talking about? Because we already looked at it. They called him the just one. So when you sit back and look at it, thus saith Yah, the Kodesh one of Israel, and his maker. So who made Yah then? So when we talk about who made Yah, in this instance, this is the Son. Because who made the Son? The Father did, right? We notice, the Son didn't make the Father. That makes no sense. So if he's sitting back and he stretched forth the heavens and the earth, and in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, wouldn't that the Father be given in his honor, and the fullness of which the Godhead would dwell, because he came down and set down his divineness to pick it back up again? He said, you have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you. But I know him, and I keep his saying. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. I'm going to ask y'all a question. How did Abraham see his day, and how did he rejoice that he would be glad? Because some people be like, that brother I know, he'll be like, that was the Messiah who ate with Abraham. There were angels that ate with Abraham, that came to Abraham. Yeah. I know a brother right now, he said that was the Messiah ate with him. That wasn't the Messiah. Well, let's look at it. What that is? About Genesis what? About 17. 18. Let's see if I can look at it. Let's see if I can look at it. Genesis 18, about verse 1. And Yah appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground. And he said, My Lord, if I found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. And after that ye shall pass on. For therefore are you come to your servant. And they said, So do as thou hast said. Now I just said 3 of them, so you mean that's what the Lord, or who else what it was? He said 3 men came to him, right? You know them were angels. That wasn't Yahshua who was talking to. I know that was Yahshua ate with him. It don't say that. It said 3 men. And then what is it?
I heard.
That was yours. So then who was that who was eating with him? That was an angel eating with him. That wasn't the Lord ate with him. It said the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre. You know, when the Lord appeared to you, that don't mean that he's standing here, look at me. Appeared to you in a vision, appeared to you with a word.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? He appeared to many people in a vision or a dream. Y'all supposed to remember, Abraham was a prophet. So when he said Abraham saw my day and rejoiced, and he saw it and was glad, how was Abraham rejoiced to see his day? What was his day? Genesis chapter 15. We done looked at this before now. Genesis chapter 15. Verse 12. No, about verse 17. It came to pass that when the sun went down and it was dark, behold, a smoking furnace and a burning lamp passed between those pieces. In the same day Yah made a covenant with Abraham, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt and the great river of Euphrates, unto the great river, the river Euphrates, the Kenites, the Kenizzites, the Kadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaims, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. If he just seen a burning lamp and a furnace going between 2 pieces and the sun went down, what did he just see? He seen crucifixion. Wouldn't that be the Messiah's day? Wouldn't you rejoice in that day because your people been redeemed? Because he just said, I made a covenant with you, right? It's something in my mind I want to show y'all this anyway, since we went to it because a stupid nigga said something to me about it anyway. Let me finish John chapter 8. Baby. Baby. Y'all all right?
I think he cool.
Change. The burning lamp, Yahshua, the burning lamp. He told you that in 2 Kings 15, he left a lamp in Jerusalem for his servant David. What do lamps do? They give light. Yeah, that's what he seen. Between 2 pieces, when 2 thieves crucified on him to the left and the right, and when he crucified him, did not renew the covenant? I'm finna show you that now. Let me finish this John chapter 8, man. I get to it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It just hit my mind. I gotta show you this too. He said, Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. Then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? And Yahshua said unto them, Truly, truly, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Then they took up stones to cast at him, but Yahshua hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by. Why did these people want to stone him then? Why did these people want to stone him? I'm asking y'all a question. Why did they want to stone him? He just told him he was God. You think that people picked up rocks to kill this man because he said, I am? You can say, I am going to the store. I am going to fix me something to eat. But he said before, he just told them something. They know Abraham is their father. And they said, how you seen Abraham, nigga? You ain't even 50. He said, man, look here, man. He said, man, for Abraham was, I am. They said, that nigga just said he was God. Kill this nigga. These Jews, you got to remember that. Why would they kill him for that? Because they know what he just said. They know what he just said. Don't he got the right to say, I am? When his father say, I am that I am, and they say, when who say who sent you unto me, say, I am something. So when he came down there and he said, I am that I am, he telling you, y'all sent me, nigga. The Father sent me. Who you say is your God, he sent me. You know what I'm saying? I'm Yah, the Kodesh one of Israel, and he's my maker. No, these niggas retarded. Let me show you something. Exodus chapter 32. I heard a nigga say, show me a renewed covenant in the law. I'm going to show you a renewed covenant in the law. Y'all think the renewed covenant in the law? What do you think is at in the law then?
Leah.
Huh? Anybody? I'll put you on blast now. You said it's in there. I'm going to see if you know where it's at now. And they say you done spoke too fast. They say I done spoke too fast. Y'all all right? Let's see. Exodus 32. Where I want to start at? Exodus 32. I'll say I'll start about verse 14. Make it 15. Moses turned and went down from the mountain. The 2 tables of the testimony were in his hand. The tables were written on both of their sides. On the one side and on the other were they written. The tables were the work of God, and the writing was the writing of God, graven upon tables. You already said that was the work of God. You remember we already read about the work of my hands? You know what I'm talking about? Remember we read that in Isaiah 45? He said, asking me concerning the sons, asking me about the work of my hand. He just said these 2 tables of stone with the work of his hands. What you think that could be talking about? I'm going to let that sink in your brain while we keep going. Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, and he said unto Moses, there's a noise of war in the camp. And he said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear. And it came to pass, as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf in the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tables out of his hands and brake them beneath the mount. So what you think that mean when he broke these tablets? He had to break the covenant. So let's see if it's a renewed covenant right here in the law. Exodus chapter 34. Exodus chapter 34. But I'm going to show you how it's in the law now. Because he just broke it, right? Yeah, you got to put it back together. But see, then I'm going to show you the difference of when he put it back together versus when he broke it the first time. Let me make sure it's not in there. I ain't skip over that. Okay, I ain't skip over that. Because the verse that's in my head is ringing in my head. But I got to make sure we ain't skip over that. Exodus 34 and 1 first. Thank the Lord. This is what he said. Yah said unto Moses, hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first. Meaning similar, right? Mm-hmm. And I will write, he said, and I will write upon these tables the words that were in the first tables, which thou break. So the same word I wrote on the first one, right on these here that after you done broke them, right? So then we look at verse 27 of the same thing. We'll make it 29. Let's get on straight. Matter of fact, let me finish that down. Let me finish verse 2. I don't want to move too fast. And be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning unto Mount Sinai, and present thyself there to me in the top of the mount. No man shall come up with thee, neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount, neither let the flock nor herds feed before the mount. And he hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first. And Moses rose up early in the morning, and went up unto Mount Sinai as Yah commanded him, and took in his hand the 2 tables of stone. You know I focus on that because you should know why. Why would we accentuate he rose up early in the morning? Yeah, we know joy come early in the morning. We done went over that before, that Psalms 35. You know what I'm talking about? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. Because you know when they killed the son, they were crying. But let's look at Matthew 28:1. Let's see if joy came early in the morning. Because I know some of y'all ain't been with us, but our people know. We know this man ain't get up on no Sabbath day. Why would I get up on the Sabbath if I'm supposed to be resting and I seen rest is good? Why would I get up on the Sabbath when Exodus 31 say he rested on the 7th day from all his labor and was refreshed? and stupid hypocrites will be like, what God need the rest for? Because it ain't about the Father, you dummy. The Son say it's finished, just like his daddy did in Genesis chapter 2 when he rested from his labor. So guess what happened? How you feel when you get your good rest? You get up, you be refreshed, ain't it? So don't you think when the Lord lay down for, don't you think when the Lord lay down for 3 days and 3 nights, you don't think after he got up, I'm quite refreshed now, I'm ready to start working again. That's how you know he didn't get up on no Sabbath. Why would I get up on a Sabbath? I'm supposed to be resting. You know, I know a lot of y'all know that the Israelites teach that he got up on the Sabbath. They teach that because they don't know the law, because they want to go against Christianity. Then people in Christianity got everything wrong. We know the Sabbath ain't changed to the first day because he got up on the first day. We just know it lined up with the law. That's how you know he got up on the first day. If he get up on the Sabbath, how he first fruits? And the first fruit's supposed to be weighed on the morrow after the Sabbath or Passover. Do you see the level of stupidity niggas got? He rose on the Sabbath and he first fruits. That's impossible. That's impossible. Because the law say first fruit's supposed to be weighed on the day after the Sabbath, right? We done already went through that. Video on tape. Go look for it. We ain't going over that again. You know what I'm saying? Video on tape. Go look for it. Y'all sure the first fruit, that's what it called. So if he first fruit, did he get up on the Sabbath then? Impossible. Not if you believe the book. Not if you believe the law. I actually heard a nigga say, niggas supposed to celebrate first fruit. Celebrate first fruit for what? What you gonna take up and weigh in the yacht? I got it. What you gonna weigh your hands in that? You ain't got nothing. You know what I'm talking about? You supposed to be keeping first fruits anyway. You're keeping unleavened bread. It's during unleavened bread. So by product, you keeping unleavened bread, you keeping first fruit. That's common sense. I see niggas keeping Pentecost tomorrow, keeping Pentecost this week. I said, I don't even know how they got May 24th out of that. Some niggas kept it last week. I said, I don't know how these niggas count. I seen a nigga say that you know, I seen a nigga say Pentecost was someday this week. I say, you do know Pentecost supposed to be a day after the Sabbath. And this ain't a nigga who keep lunar Sabbath, so I don't know how he got that statistic. I be wondering what you niggas smoking. You know what I'm saying? I did see Jake say something earlier though. That nigga say, how you niggas say Shabbat Shalom watching the NBA playoff? Niggas so worried about the Cavs and the Hawks playing. Nigga, who cares what happened with these sinners? What I care about some sinners running up and down the court? I catch them niggas on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It ain't even that devil. Now I say he told a nigga watch the game. Nigga just want to watch the game. I don't care nothing about God. I done had a nigga tell me I'll work Sabbath night, but I won't work Sabbath day. What's the difference? I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about a nigga who been in the word 20 some odd years. Nigga look me in the face, I'll work at night. I'm like, what? That's non-negotiable. I wish a nigga would. Talking about come in. That's why it's better for me not to work for nobody. Because, sir, I'm not coming. You mean to tell me you got to take a whole week off of work? Yes, I do. Do you have a problem with that? Does that offend you? You know what I'm saying? Yes, it does. I don't think this should be a place where I'll be gainfully employed, sir. I'll be putting in my resignation. Might not even do that much. See, some of y'all be scared of that type of stuff. Nigga just yellow belly cowards. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna stand telling people, man, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't want nobody mad with you. Troy, I told you like that. Troy like his homeboy Lil Stanley, right? He asked me, he said, do you care? He said, do you care if people take what you say the wrong way? You know what I told him? No, I don't care. You think I care if any of y'all take something I say to y'all the wrong way? Unless it was like, I'm talking about outside of pertaining to the work. That's a little different. You say something to somebody, be a misunderstanding, you know what I'm talking about? You take that the wrong way? Of course you be a little concerned about that. It's a little different. You know what I'm talking about? What, the word though? Oh no, I don't care. You think the brother just telling me, brother told him, he said something about some people in the congregation. He said, man, you might have offended them with that. I wish a nigga would ask me, do you know you might have offended them with that? So what? You think I care if I offend any of y'all with the word? I hope it offends you straight in God's kingdom. Straight in God's kingdom. Cause I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You nigga can boo-hoo, cry, stamp your feet, whine, holler, guess what? You'll be all right. I don't care. You gonna go to hell one. You know what I'm talking about? You either gonna be offended in the salvation or you gonna be offended in the damnation. It's your choice. Because you know what happens when you get offended in the salvation, right? That means you get offended enough to change. You get offended enough to know, oh boy, not offended at what was spoken, but offended at your behavior. You know what I'm talking about? See, when you get offended under damnation, how dare he call me a sinner? How dare he say I'm not evil, I'm not wicked, I'm not this. You know you're going to hell. Just know that. You got reservations. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't a table for 6. It's a table for 1. First class. They ain't gonna get no first class because some of them niggas gonna be like this. Some of you niggas gonna be hiding when judgment day come around. Some of you niggas need to get to the front of the line and wait. Do me first. I've been itching to get here. Do me. I got my gasoline drawers and my matchbook shoes. You know what I'm talking about? Soon as I step in here, my shoes gonna step on fire. They gonna catch on fire. It depends. I've been looking to get here for a long time. I even brought me a kerosene jacket. I say that there because one day when we was in high school, my homeboy Lil Craig, a girl told him that he had on like a flannel jacket. She told that nigga he had on a kerosene jacket. Boy, that thing had me dying laughing. And the worst part was it kind of smelled like kerosene. Because you know back then them niggas used their heaters with them kerosene. That stuff made a whole house stink. Y'all ever met? How many of you niggas had a kerosene heater? You had one too. You smelled like kerosene. You look like a nigga smelled like kerosene. That stuff got stuck in your skin. Yeah, she from the country. She look like one of them country niggas got a kerosene heater in the house. Space heater, kerosene heater. You know what I'm talking about? Them things stink. You ever smell a nigga with kerosene heater? You too young. You don't know nothing about it. They from the country. That's why they did it. Matthew 28:1. I find it amazing how it say at the end of the Sabbath, and these niggas think that he got up on the Sabbath. He said, in the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and other Mary to the sepulchre. You know the other one, I think it's probably John. It say very early in the morning. So you know when he came, if he ain't there, that means he had to present himself before y'all because you know he is the 2 tables of stone. He is the covenant. I got to present myself to y'all. I got to get up early in the morning to renew this covenant. I got to do it. Make so. Yeah, it's right over here in verse 2 of Mark 16, very early in the morning. Either way you go, you know he got up. But come on back to Exodus 34. Ain't that something? Very early in the morning, he had to get up to come up there with them tables of stone and make them light to the first. So when we look at verse 28, 29, so when he made this renewed covenant, something happened. Let's see what happened when Moses redid this covenant. And it came to pass when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of stone in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses wist not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with them. And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, they were afraid to come nigh him. And Moses called unto them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation returned unto him, and Moses talked with him. And afterwards all the children of Israel came nigh, and he gave them in commandment all that Yah had spoken with him in Mount Sinai. Until Moses had done speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. But when Moses went in before Yah to speak with him, he took the veil off until he came out. And he came out and spake unto the children of Israel that which he was commanded. And the children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone. Moses put the veil upon his face again until he went in to speak with him. So now he goes in with the renewed covenant and he come out shining. Hebrews 8:7. He come out. You have to know that there's a place in the law. Don't you see how the difference is that when the tablets of stone get broke, the tablet he remake them and he come out shining? Why y'all think he came out shining? I'm going to show you why he came out shining. Don't worry. Hebrews 8:7. Make it 6. But now have he attained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant. A better covenant. Which is established upon better promises. For that if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith Yah, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith Yah. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yah. I will put my laws into their mind, and I will write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, Know Yah, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. And that he saith, A new covenant have he made, the first old. Now that which decay and wax old is ready to vanish away. Which we just seen in the law, right? But see, you know what makes that new covenant greater than the old? Other than the fact that your sins can be forgiven. Because we know from down here in Hebrew, we know from Hebrews chapter 9, a covenant is not established without the death of a testator. So when these stupid niggas say the renewed covenant ain't in effect, or how could the Messiah bring in a renewed covenant, then what was killed to make that testament of effect? So what's the other thing besides your sin? Go ahead, Denzel, your sins being forgiven. What makes the new covenant greater? And now if it's in your heart, then how did it make it greater? 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 6. You're supposed to be able to catch how it made it greater. What was the difference between when Moses went to get the covenant the first time and when he got it the second time? What was the difference? Huh? Not just early morning. What was the difference between with Moses when he went to get it the first time versus the second time? He was shining. So what would this shining be representative of if he shined? Don't worry, we figured out a minute. 2 Corinthians 3 and 6. Make it 5. We figured out, hold on, y'all just be patient. I'm going to show you in a minute. Matter of fact, make it 3. For as much as you are manifestly declared to be the epistle of the Messiah ministered by us, not written with ink, but with the Spirit of the living God, not in tables of stone, but in fleshly tables of the heart. And such trust have we through the Messiah to God ward. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of God. So you sit back and look at it. This goes back to what we were looking at, I think, Wednesday. Our sufficiency comes from God. You ain't got no business to think anything about yourself. But you would think it because of God, meaning your ability to give came from God, didn't come from you. See, that's what he meaning when you sit back thinking about, you thinking the law, you thinking your sufficiency come from you keeping the law. Your sufficiency came from God and gave his son for you. Through that, you could be able to do what you should have already been doing. Who have also made us able ministers of the New Testament, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kill, but the Spirit give life. But if the ministration of death written and engraven in stones was glorious, so that the children of Israel could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away, how shall not the ministration of the Spirit be rather glorious? For if the ministration of condemnation be glory, much more doth the ministration of righteousness exceed in glory. For even that which was made glorious had no glory in this respect, by the reason of the glory that excelled. So we sit back looking at knowing that this covenant couldn't save you, but Moses' face shined. Now we notice when he got it the first time, was his face shining? No. When he got it the second time, his face was shining. Now we know when the Messiah went up on the mountain with his disciple, he transfigured and his face was shining. You know what I'm talking about? Now how would that translate back to us? You should just catch it. He said, it's the letter that kill, it's the Spirit that give life. So the fact that you seen his face shining, Matthew 13, the fact you seen his face shining, he was showing you how eternal life was going to come. We didn't read it in John chapter 1, but he said in him was what? Life. And the life was the light of men. That was you had here? Huh? Thank the Lord. It wasn't a part of it. But he was showing you with Moses' face shining that this was not like the first one. You know what I'm talking about? Because I done broke it. Then I remade it. Why wasn't his face shining when he got it the first time? He came from the mountain the same way. There was nothing different with it. But he seen the people sin and he broke it. When you seen Moses throw that covenant down and broke it, he was already showing you God was going to make another one. It's right there in the law, but these stupid Hebrew niggas can't see it. Then you see him come and you see him remake it now, like the first one, and come holler at me early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Now you know Hebrew chapter 9 say there's no, a testament is not effect as long as the testator lives, so the testator got to die. Now we know Romans 1 and 4 say he was fashioned to become the Son of God, right? By the Spirit of Kodesh and the resurrection of the dead. He was declared to be the Son of God with power. You know what I'm talking about? What's the other power? That's the Spirit. Now the man say, ask of me, Yah, the Kodesh one of Israel, his maker, the things I spoke concerning my sons, the work of my hands. You know what I'm talking about? Because what did Yahshua come to do? We already just looked at this, right? That we his workmanship. Remember we was looking at the man Baziel from the tribe of Judah, whose job was to make the sanctuary? And that he was skilled in all manner of work. So when we sit back and look at it, when we come to dwell in the Son, what are we? We his workmanship. We to be conformed to his image. He the potter, we the clay, right? Come on now. Let me get around here to Matthew 13, verse 4. I hadn't even flipped the page. Y'all all right? As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire, so shall it be at the end of the world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity. And they shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. And then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let him hear. Philippians 2 and 15. So if you shine like the sun, that means you will have light in you, right? Because remember, he told you, let your light be in you. If your eye be single, then the light in you be light. But if your eye be, I got to say it right. I always say it wrong. Come on around here to Luke chapter 16. I always say it wrong. I mean Luke chapter 11, pardon me. Verse 33, because I always say it wrong. We can say it right. We can quote the man wrong. He's going to sue me for libel. It's the same pop, holler at me, man. He stuck that hand up out there, holler at me, man. He said, no man, when he lighted a candle, put it in a secret place, neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick, that they which come in may see the light. The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thy eye is single, the whole body is full of light. But when thy eye is evil, thy body is full of darkness. When your eye is single, you know what that means? That means you straight and narrow, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? That actually go back to something. Hold what you got. Proverbs chapter 4, I'll show you what it go back to. Go back, son Solomon told you. See, some of y'all eye ain't single because your eye bouncing around everywhere. You trying to get in everything with everybody. See, when you're single, that means you focus, man. You know what I'm saying? You locked in. As they like to use the term that's used is tunnel vision. You ever heard that before? Tunnel vision. I mean, your eyes sick. I can't see nothing but straight ahead of me. Listen to what it say now. The verse 18 of Proverbs chapter 4. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shine more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. My son, attend to my words, incline thy ear to my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart. If it's in the midst of thy heart, where is it at? Right in the middle. Singular, right? Right in the middle. Drop down to verse 26. I'll read the rest of that stuff. Make it 25. Thank the Lord. Matter of fact, I want you to hear 24, because that's what's wrong with some of you niggas. Put away from thee a froward mouth. Y'all know what the word froward mean? I tell you what froward mean all the time. It means stubbornly contrary. Rebelliously contrary. That means you consistently do opposite than what the word of God or the man of God tell you to do, because you're a stubborn bastard. And a perverse lips put far from thee, because some of y'all be talking about some of the stupid. You know some of the stuff y'all be tripping me out with? I seen a couple of you niggas do it. You know the little shortened version that applies you to say female dog? Some of you niggas say it. Or you put little stuff up there. Some of you niggas share stuff with cuss words in it. Share videos with cuss words in it. And you think it ain't a big deal. So you know what that tell me when ain't nobody looking you cuss like a saint. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just that, because if you do that, because you think it ain't no problem with. See, y'all don't sit back and look at that. Y'all say something about God in one breath and then put something up that go directly against that 2 minutes later. I done told y'all before, Facebook say, what's on your mind? You stupid niggas don't know every time you hit sin, you showing us what's on your mind. Every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like when the brothers came through there, right? Like I knew they wives, they were their girlfriends, so you know what I'm saying, didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? About how they was attired, because they had never heard it before. But some of you niggas know better and y'all do stupid stuff. I'm telling you, you women this here, for God forbid, God willing, it be the last time I had to tell you this here. You niggas need to start being more modern what you doing. You know what I'm talking about? Don't nobody need to see nothing of your body, period. You know what I'm talking about? You don't need to even be posting photographs of yourself that could even be deemed seductive. And you claim to be a Jewess. You claim to be a Kodesh woman. You claim to be seeking for virtue. You have to sit there and look at this stuff about what are you really saying? You know what I'm saying? I done told y'all this before. We don't need no top boob. We don't need no side boob. If you got something on and your boobies is showing, that means you need to get something over to put over the top of it so we don't see your titties no more. It's unacceptable. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up and down. You know what I'm talking about? No open-toed shoe. You already know that. Nobody don't need to see your feet. If you worry about somebody seeing your feet, how you modest and discreet? Ain't no discretion in that. You know what I'm talking about? You don't need to be taking no picture, try to show your body, show your shape. You know what I'm talking about? Because guess what? I'm going to start going ahead and just be 100 with you. I'm going to call you a hoe to your face. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to stop. Cause I'm just going to go ahead, Lord, tell her, use a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You ain't got no business walking around with your back out and none of your dresses. You ain't got no business walking around with your arms out and none of your dresses. When I say arms out, not that it's short sleeve. Don't be stupid. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about strapless. You don't need to be doing that. If you got a strapless dress, what that mean? Get your accordion. Put your something over the top of that. Because we don't need to see all that. See, you niggas think because you got a head wrap on, that means something. I'm going to put it this way. You niggas think because you got natural hair, you doing something. I'm going to just go ahead and take it there. You think God cares because you ain't got no weave in your head? Because you got some natural hair, he moved by that, but you got some natural titties. You know how I know? Because I see them. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real. I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all just don't know. Lord will, it's already tight. Lord will, it's going to get tighter. I'm trying to tell you, just imagine, right? If all y'all we was all in the same city and I caught you niggas dressed like that, the upbraiding you would catch in public. Because I would walk up to you in front of all your friends, family, co-worker, whatever. Why you dressed like a $2 slut? You supposed to be a Jew. You supposed to know better than that. Shame you in front of everybody. Don't even blink, don't even smile. And walk off too. They be like, who that nigga was? I don't know that nigga. He just walked up and said, you look pretty nice to me. And they gonna know I got to be somebody because your head gonna be dropped because you're gonna look like you seen a ghost. Your whole body gonna freeze. Did he just call me a $2 slut in front of everybody? Yes I did. You know what I'm saying? I catch and one of you niggas in public and your pants is below your buttocks. See, like, because you know where your booty cheeks stop at. See, one thing your pants ain't on your waist. It's another thing where I can see the curve of a cheek. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm ashamed of you now. I'm going to ask you in public. So you like, boy, huh? You know what I'm saying? It's some blood stains and doodle stains in your drawers. Please try me. I'll sure do it. You know what I'm saying? I done straightened some of y'all on stuff before. I ain't done it recently because sometimes I can get tired of talking. I get tired of saying the same thing over and over again. I catch you in public, I'm ashamed. I catch you with makeup on, I'm going to call you a clown. Is you bozo? You know what I'm talking about? Who is you? When you started working for Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey? Nigga ain't even at Universal Circus. I'm going to read you a verse about that too in Jeremiah chapter 4 in just a minute. You know what I'm saying? Right here, what your face is, an art. Your neck is the easel, and your face is the canvas. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take this stuff more seriously than what you take it. Ain't nothing modest or discreet about that. There ain't no shamefacedness about that. You know what I'm saying? Walking around here damaging your pore. These people put all type of chemicals in this crap. You want to put it in your face. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all be wondering why y'all butt be getting kicked because you're stupid. You know what I'm talking about? You just do stupid stuff. It's something clicking in your head. You know you shouldn't do that, girl. You know you shouldn't do that, man. Shoot, nigga. You like this here, I'll put that lipstick on. Ain't nobody gonna know. I'm put that gold on. Put that jewelry on. Ain't nobody gonna know. Who gonna know? They can't see me. I don't live in Jacksonville. Ain't nobody gonna run up on me and see me. That's all you thinking about. Lord looking right at your stupid behind. That's all you worrying about. We can't see. We can't see it. I'm telling you though. I'm telling all y'all this here. Cause I know some of the men mostly older. And I know you like this here, man. And you brother too, man. Y'all be careful, man. Don't be messing with none of that metrosexual clothing either, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing none of that stuff, man. Don't be doing none of that stuff, man. I just seen a nigga Sunday with capris on, man. But I can't confirm that. Because I can't remember it. You know what I'm saying? What they look like. I seen this nigga stand up in front of me with some capris on and a polo shirt talking about he played football and you did time in the chain gang. I would not tell nobody I did time in the chain gang with them pants on. Because that made me wonder about you. You got out of prison dressing like that? What they did to you? That nigga had capris on, man. He wasn't no, because you know how shorts look. How they blouse out around the kneecap. Them things hugged the nigga. They hugged the nigga. And they not only, it's okay if your jeans fit, I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga jeans were tight. Not only did he have capris on, but they were tight pants. No, they wasn't rolled. They stopped at the knee. That nigga ain't had them thing rolled. Brittany seen the nigga too. They stopped at the knee. Them things wasn't rolled. They were made like that. Langston got him on tape. You can see for yourself. Shoot, I was ashamed for him. I said, boy, I don't want that nigga sitting there to me no more. Then he had nerve to laugh at the dude who was in the car accident, talking about what is that nigga lifting weights with his head? He was over there killing him. I said, man, this nigga here a fool. Then they came out and said, man, that man was in a car accident. This, that, and the other. They had nothing to do with his head. His head looked like for the accident. You know what I'm talking? You know full well ain't no car accident gonna make your head get no bigger. Nigga, once the swelling go down, nigga, hey, that's your head. You know what I'm talking about? But that nigga was tripping. But all jokes aside though, that dude was in a car accident. Nigga couldn't walk no talk. Nigga taught himself how to walk in less than a year. In less than a year. But the nigga was smooth now. He said, I want to pass out these things to tell my story. Nigga was passing out business cards. Nigga, he wasn't trying to tell your story, nigga. Because you got to picture yourself after the accident and a picture later. Talking about, I said, boy, that nigga smooth, boy. Because on the backside, it say he was selling cars. I said, boy, that nigga smooth. That nigga used that as a marketing tip. I said, well, this nigga at a seminar for the kids, that nigga trying to market kids fitness. I said, well, that nigga smooth. I'm telling you what he did. The nigga walked up and said, man, I don't pad these flyers out so they can read my story, so they can follow along. So I'm thinking that nigga got a little pamphlet. It took some time. Man, that nigga handed me that. I said, this nigga got a business card. This nigga here. I say, hey, on the business side of things, on the ethical side of things, you's a rotten nigga. On the business side of things, nigga, that was smooth. You know what I'm saying? You talking about ethics, all right, sir? Nigga, come on, my nigga. This ain't the time or place for that. Business side, boy, that nigga smooth. Boy, that nigga did that smooth. And he threw it out there. Shoot, nigga, I'm gonna charge like $15 a session. I said, boy, that nigga was marketing. Langston, no, I ain't lying. That nigga was marketing his business the whole time he was up there. I said, boy, that nigga smooth, boy. You know, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't mentioned nothing about myself personally, because later, like, tell your story. I ain't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? She wanted us to talk to the kids, you know what I'm saying, like this here. Man, I knew every nigga in there was gonna tell them they done been to prison. Let me tell y'all something different. I know every nigga in there gonna tell you, yeah, I sold drugs. Y'all hear that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to these grown people in here. I don't want to talk to the children. I'm talking to grown people. Because the children act the way they act because of the grown people. I don't want to talk to the children. I'm gonna talk to y'all. It's your fault, nigga. Your daughter a slut, it's your fault. Your son a sissy, it's your fault. Your son irresponsible, it's your fault. You know what I'm talking about? It's your fault. You raised them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't sit back and look at that. That's why I be on y'all, especially all y'all got kids, man. Y'all don't sit back and look at it. It's your responsibility. What type of example you setting them kids, man? You know what I'm saying? I tell you something, man. If you nervous and frantic, guess what your kids gonna be? Shoot, my old lady, crime reason. Her mama was a warrior. Her and her sister grew up to be warriors. I mean, it is what it is, but that's a learned behavior. What did you learn? You learned what she showed you. You know what I'm saying? Your mama worried all the time. You sat there and watched her worrying all the time. So guess what y'all go to thinking? This is acceptable behavior. This is what you're supposed to do. Worry. And the next thing you know, you got ulcers and you got blood in your stool. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Y'all need to tighten up. Where we at? Let me finish Proverbs chapter 4. Verse 25. Listen what he said. Let thine eyes look right on. Let thy eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet. Let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. Come on back to Luke chapter 11. You see what that man mean when he tell you your eye need to be. If your eye single, your body full of light then. If your focus is singly on the word and your eyes is straight and you ponder the path of your feet, you ain't got no business but to walk in the path of the just and shine to the more perfect day. Because you wouldn't stumble because you ain't walking in darkness. Some of you niggas falling around everywhere. Y'all know how it be you walk in the house and it's in the middle of the night and you feeling around. Only time you don't feel around when you know your house. You know where stuff at. And when you at somebody else's house getting up in the middle of the night, you like this here. That's how you niggas walking around in the world right now with your sinning right behind. Feeling around for a walk because you don't know where you going. Asking somebody to lead me by the hand, please. He said, I tried to lead you by the hand, but you reject the Ruach HaKodesh just like your fathers did because your ears and your heart uncircumcised. It's something to think about, man. It's on the way out of your mind, man. Verse 35. Take heed, therefore, that the light that which is in thee be not darkness. If the whole body therefore be full of light, having no part dark, the whole shall be full of light, as when the bright shining of a candle doth give thee light. You know what he's sitting there telling you? If your mind is focused on the word, the Son will give thee light. In him was light, and the light was the life of man, right? He would be able to give you that. He said the light shine in darkness, and the darkness comprehend it not, right? Now we just read, he said you'll shine as the sun, right? You know Daniel said those that'll be wise will be like the lights in the firmament, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Daniel 12:3. Don't nobody know what I'm talking about. They that be wise shall be as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. What are the stars? The angels, right? He said many that be wise and turn or be like the stars, right? Matthew 22. Let's see how you be like the stars then. 22 and 29. Don't y'all want to be like the stars? I would hope so. Yahshua answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of God. That's when these people asked him whose wife would somebody be who was married to all 7 brothers because they all died, right? I'm going to tell you something. You see how hard the Lord hit him? He said, nigga, you dumb. Nigga, you don't know what you talking about and you don't know the book. That's what he did, look the people in the face and told them. You do err, nigga, you wrong, and you don't know what you're talking about. When you sit back and you break it down in layman terms and you feel that you do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of God. You wrong and you don't know what you're talking about. Now how do you think that would cut them people to their heart thinking they were trained scribes and skilled in that word when they asked this man the question? Because it was the Sadducees came and asked him this question. And the Pharisees came and asked him. But it was the Sadducees specifically. Don't you think they felt pretty bad about themselves? How would you feel if you done came to the Lord about something he told you, nigga, you wrong and you know what you're talking about? That'd make you feel pretty bad about yourself, wouldn't it? I would hope so. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. They like the angels of God in heaven then. He said those that turn to righteousness will be like the stars. So that means we will live forever. This something come to my mind. I want to look at Job 37. Let me see if Job 37, what I want. Something come to my mind. I ain't hit everything I was going to look at tonight, but thank the Lord. He do as he please. We'll deal with that part, the other part I had in my mind another day. Maybe tomorrow. Or maybe later on today. I shouldn't say tomorrow. Maybe later on today. Let me see how the Lord see fit to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Job 38, what I want. Job 38. I'm going to show you something. This line up with something in Hebrews chapter 1. So nobody won't be able to get you with this. And I'm going to show you how it tie into something else we just looked at. I'm finna get ready to let y'all go in a little bit. Job 38 verse 4. This still tie back in what we looking at. Where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. Who have laid the measures thereof, if thou know. Or who have stretched the line upon it. Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened, or who laid the cornerstone thereof? Who is the cornerstone? That's Yahshua HaMashiach, right? Chief cornerstone, right? When the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. So he added what it was. Why would the sons of God be shouting for joy? Because the morning stars are the sun. And if they morning stars, what that mean? They day stars, right? And if they day stars, that means they the son of who? Revelation 22 and 16. I know some of you brothers on here don't know. But the rest of you niggas should know. Some of y'all should know. We already read it already when Peter said when that day star rises in your heart. So who was Peter talking about? Who is the day star? Lucifer. So that means the morning stars that shouted out for joy when the chief cornerstone was there. These are the sons of Lucifer then, ain't he? He said, look at my sons, the work of my hands, I commanded them. You ain't got the Philippians 2 and 15. I know some of y'all who ain't never heard it before. You know Lucifer is not the devil. That's the Lord. You want to see about it? Go look at the day of Pentecost 2012, 2013. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going over tonight. Yeah, Jesus for True Freedom, Day of Pentecost, that's where it's at. Only time I tell y'all, tell people where videos at is to y'all. You know, I don't do that in public. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I don't do that in public. I'm telling y'all that, because if any of y'all wonder, what in God's name is this crazy nigga talking about? You go look at it, you go see for yourself. A lot of information, I ain't got time to look at it. Day of Pentecost, Jesus for True Freedom, go look at it yourself. Revelation 22 and 16. I, Yahshua, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the houses. I am the root and offspring of David, the bright and morning star. We know from Genesis 1 and 14, the stars were made on what? The fourth day, right? Well, let's look at it for those who don't know. Genesis 1 and 14, just for those who don't know. Because maybe we just talking right now. We just talking. We just might just be talking. I don't know. Y'all all right? We at about the 2-hour mark. It seemed that long to you. He says your butt started burning. Your butt went numb yet. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. You know, when we were talking to the dude the other day, he said, see, that's how the new moon supposed to let you know when the Sabbath came. When he say set the stars, and he say set to let there be lights in the firmament. He didn't say the moon, stupid nigga. He said, let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made stars also. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And to rule over the day and over the night. And to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And evening and morning was the fourth day. We just went over there. So what does this Genesis 1 to 17 line us up with in the book of Daniel? Because if he made the stars on the fourth day, then what did he just do? Because remember, Yahshua spanned all this out. We're looking at that right now, Isaiah 45, right? Without him, nothing was made that was made. So what did he just make in Genesis chapter 1, verses 14 through 17? Or 19. What did he just make? He said he made these to separate the light from the day. I mean, the day from the night. He made a greater light and a lesser light. Y'all don't remember? Well, I know y'all can. Y'all remember? You remember? You remember? You remember? Then we just look at it, Daniel chapter 9. He said he confirmed the covenant with many in the middle of the week. Ain't that what he just did right here? Weren't we able to become sons of God when he confirmed the covenant in the middle of the week? Because guess what? Stars give light, right? What did Moses do when he made the other covenant? What was he doing? He was shining. Philippians 2 mean he was giving light then. Would mean he was showing you that we were going to become the sons of God later. Y'all seen that? Y'all caught that? Before I said it now. Don't you sit there and tell that lie. You ain't catch that nigga. Said the only thing caught wreck with that rap. See, hey, he say shoot. He say don't feel bad. He got one. He fit on his head just like that. Y'all should have seen Leo trying to put his skull on. When you went to the bike, Leo grabbed that skull and was like, I bet I put it on his head. I said, no, Leo, you gonna hurt it. I don't know what it is, boy. Leo one of the more healthy babies I've seen in my life. Leo around there, remember yesterday she called herself folding clothes.
He said that's not the oldest. Like if you have a girl first time, he said that's what you used to do. They try to take on other rules.
That's just what she was doing. She just grabbing the clothes like this, just folding. She didn't know what she was doing. Then she would just put them in the pile and take them back, put them in the same pile again. And just do that about 3-4 times till she was finished. Philippians 2 and 15.
And then if you have a boy first time, you try to take on the father role.
Yeah, you would hope so, but I done seen some on both ends. They ain't care about nobody.
Yeah. You're right.
You know, hey, that's just really just like the book say, a child is known by their doings, whether they be good or evil. You know what I'm saying? But I told you that a long time ago. Leah ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Leah just like to just do crazy stuff. Really just like to mess with stuff. Really she just get out of the way because she want to be too helpful. Sit your behind down. You came back with that stuff, nigga.
No, that's what it be. She's over help.
You can't do that. She trying to help T cook. You can't cook no food, girl.
Exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Leah want to help with everything. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't but 2.5 feet tall. He says that you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. So how you going to be separating the day from the night and you walk around here dark? Because we should already know, from what we know, we're not going to go read it. Children of the devil do what? He that is of the devil does what? So I guess I'm talking to myself now. He that is of the devil commits sin, right? He that is born of God doesn't do what? Commit sin, right? And this the sons of God are manifest and the sons of the devil. We'll go back to the law, right? So now y'all got to sit back and look at it. If you're going to be part of this new covenant, you're supposed to be shining like lights. Now we just sat back and seen on stars subservient to the sun. Because they lesser than the sun, right? And we just read that the morning star shouted for joy when the foundation was laid at chief cornerstone. Hebrews chapter 1. I got to get this to you when these wicked niggas who's going to sit back and say, that ain't nowhere in the law. That ain't nowhere in the law. They making stuff up. I told you this New Testament was false. Hebrews 1 and 1, I just started. God, who at sundry times and diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, having these last days spoken to us by his Son, whom he have appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. Oh, there it is again. Who being the brightness of his glory, there go that light again. Because didn't Moses get that same brightness? And the express image of his person, upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins and sat down on the right hand of majesty on high. Being made so much better than the angels, as he hath by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee? And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. And when he bring in the first begotten into the world, he saith, Let all the angels of God worship him.